One option allows the player to turn off internal speakers of the organ. Should you desire to hook up external instruments and you're unsure of the correct presets, touch the button that says MIDI Presets. This screen will allow you to use the organ as either the master or the slave. Set the organ to the desired setting, push OK, and instantaneously the preset is completed. If you want to record in the general MIDI mode, you must turn the instrument into a general MIDI instrument. Select General MIDI in the General MIDI mode, push the On button. General MIDI is on. Push OK on the Are You Sure screen. Push Yes, and the instrument becomes a general MIDI instrument as indicated by the musical display. Now it's very important to remember that when you save from general MIDI onto the disk, it's a sequence event only. It will not remember Technique's musical background patterns. In the MIDI settings screen, press Basic Channel. There are 16 MIDI channels. These are like phone lines. If two instruments are connected to the same line, they can communicate. If you are sending information on channel 1, the receiving instrument must be listening on channel 1 or nothing will happen. Improper MIDI channel selection is the cause of most MIDI problems. In the Program section, we have the button called the sequencer. This puts a whole new concept to the word one-man band and will allow you to expand your music horizons, and it's extremely easy to operate. First, let's set up the organ. On the upper manual, I've got a trumpet sound, and I want to record that trumpet sound. All I have to do is push the button that says Sequencer Record Track 1. And we'll record the upper manual as well as the rhythm section. So here's our trumpet. Now, we turn off the record button and the trumpet has been stored in the memory. And now simply by hitting the record button again, we want to record the lower manual. So if you look at the screen, you're going to see that track 4 is for the lower manual. So we hit the button marked 4. Start to play, and I put on a piano for the lower keyboard, and we'll hear the trumpet come back. All we have to do is play along. There we are. That was easy, wasn't it? We turn off the record button again, and now we want to record the bass part. To record the bass track, simply hit the sequence record button again. Notice the screen says that the bass is on track 7, so we activate track 7. Now notice the track played is written above track 1 and track 4, indicating that we're going to record the bass track. Push start and play the bass part. There we go. We turn off the sequencer record button. And now we have all 3 tracks recorded. That was really fun and easy. And makes you sound maybe a little better than you really are. This is what they call multi-track recording. Now we're going to add another part, another instrument. I'm going to hit the sequencer record button and activate track 2. And from our menu of sound group, I'm going to select a clarinet player. You'll hear the other 3 parts come back, and we're going to play a clarinet part on top of it, just like this. It's that easy. Turn off the record button, and we now have 4 parts stored. And just to show you how easy it is to go on, we're going to hit record track 3. And from the menu, we're going to select a trombone player. And now we have 3 instruments playing. The upper manual will play the trumpet, trombone player, and the clarinet player. Let's record the trombone player. Push start. Here we go. So easy that is. Turn off the record button, and now we have 5 parts stored. Let me give you an idea of some of the fun that you can have with this. At this point, we've recorded all 5 parts and created a little band. Now by simply pushing the transpose button, it will transpose to a different key. And by turning the tempo control wheel, we can speed it up a little bit. And now listen to how good my Dixieland band sounds. It's that easy. Sounds great, doesn't it? Here's your chance. You try it. Did you have fun doing that? I knew you would. I do want to explain a little bit about the control track. I want to remind you this is also a recording track, but not for musical instruments. This track will remember every button change you make during your performance. So if you change keys or change tempo, the control track can remember it. That's what the control track does. What you're looking at is the sequencer screen of the J3 and the FA1. To get to the sequencer screen, push the sequencer button, not the sequencer record. Now we're able to fine-tune our song. Let's push the button that says Edit. Song Clear erases all the contents of the track. Track Clear erases the contents of a specific track. Measure Erase allows you to erase all the contents of a specific measure. Measure Copy allows you to copy one measure of the song to a different track. Velocity Change permits you to modify the volume of specific measures in any track. Track Merge provides you the opportunity to merge the contents of 2 tracks and store them into a 3rd track, thereby giving you 2 extra tracks to record on as the contents of 2 original tracks are erased. The quantize function will automatically conform or correct the timing of your performance. From beginners to seasoned professionals, the quantize feature is essential when using multi-track recording. Measure Delete is for deleting a specific measure and will totally erase the measure from your performance. Measure Insert is for inserting specific measures at a designated point in the sequence. Now let's go back to the original sequencer screen. Punch Record. If you made an error in any measure or measures your performance, Punch Record allows you to go in and correct that error without having to re-record the entire track. Play. Play permits you to listen to any part of the sequence from any given point. For example, you want to listen to measure 34. You would just dial up to measure 34, and you could hear that particular measure. Medley. Medley allows you to insert a disc and listen to all the songs on that disc, and it will load automatically. But just remember, general MIDI discs do not recognize medley. So this particular function is for technique discs only. If you're a beginner player, sometimes it's awkward to try to play the left hand, the right hand, rhythm, bass, staying with tempo, making registration changes. All of that can be confusing. You're also trying to read the music. So what Techniques has put into your organ is a button called Step Record. This is a terrific way to practice playing the melody. Because the organ can remember chords in steps, we're going to show you how easy it is to step record chords. Now watch this. First, push the button marked Step Record. The screen then gives you a bunch of choices. Select track 6, which is where the chord track is, and push OK on screen. Now we're ready to enter the chord. Enter the first chord. What we're going to enter a C chord. We hold down a C note, and now we tell it through the lower manual how long we want that C to play. In this case, it will be a half a measure. Then A minor, D minor, and G7. Now Now by hitting the A flat note, we're telling it to repeat those 4 chords in a sequence. Now that we've done that, we push the start button and the screen will display all 4 chords in order. You can now concentrate on playing the melody and let the organ play all the background for you. Listen to this. Now, once the chords are in the organ, you could also change patterns. For example, I'm going to put on a Latin beat, and the same 4 chords will be playing in the background. I select Latin, and we have a whole new background pattern. Let's change to a different background pattern. We'll go in and select a ballad. You'll even be able to use Technichord. Push the button that says Technichord, and now you'll have strings, 5 notes actually playing with 1 finger. Technichord. See how easy it is to step record? What step record also allows you to do is not only step record the chords in, but believe it or not, you can step record individual notes in any sequence or track. Here's your chance, stop tape and try it. Inside Program section is a button marked Composer. You know your organ already has 140 musical background patterns permanently stored. What you can do with Composer is compose your own musical background patterns. Now it's important to understand these musical background patterns have 5 parts to them. There's a drum part, 3 accompaniment parts, and a bass part.